J. Edgar Hoover Building, Washington, D.C. Puzzle investigation. Room Z9. That's almost got to be like down in the basement, right? The US Department of Puzzle Research. He's an FBI agent. Tough day on the job. Oh, he's gonna get in trouble. Look at this superhero. Sudoku. He's having a dream, right? Cracked crossword. Nelson Tether's crossword puzzle has been ripped to bits. But is there something written on it? Reconstruct it to find out. Agent N. Tethers. Solve it. Okay. Well, that's a top corner one. Oh, okay. Oh, it clicks in when you click it. Okay. Goggins. All right. Top agent. How? Every piece in its place. Well done. I just spent $75,000 on taxpayers' money. There's Spider! Spider!
Puzzle research. This is Agent Tethers. I think you have the wrong number. Oh, I see. An assignment. In the field? No, sir. It's been... Yes, quite some time. Uh-huh. Erasers? The foundation of democracy? Oh, absolutely, sir. I agree, sir. Oh, yes, the White House needs its erasers, sir. I'll be on the next plane to... Wait, where?
To Scoggins. Ah! Welcome to Scoggins. Okay, is Scoggins a place in America? See, CDPR should take lessons from this development team. You don't need 10 hours to make it out of the prologue and see the opening scenes. Scoggins is fictional? Okay.
Just arrived in Scoggins, Minnesota. Population,
Freaking
754. Vikings. Temperature, it's cold and not much to look at. According to the agency, there's some kind of thing going on at the local eraser factory. The whole plant is shut down. There's a weird man staring at me. Hopefully this won't be a big waste of time. Agent Tethers out. I have no idea where my hotel is. I might have to ask for directions.
Talk to the creepy man.
Excuse me, I'm Nelson Tethers with the FBI's Department of Puzzle Research.
The what?
Hello?
Yep.
Okay, and you are?
Bjorn.
Bjorn?
Yep.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Bjorn. Boy, those snowmobiles sure are a bumpy ride, eh?
A.
Yep.
Can you give me directions to the nearest hotel? I'm having a little trouble finding my way around.
You'd never get there. Roads are too slick.
Sir, I'm an agent of the FBI's Puzzle Research Division. It can't be harder than the puzzles I see every day.
Not so.
It's really just a matter of trajection.
Okay, on the way to the hotel, you're going to pass 2 traffic lights.
Nelson's snowmobile is sliding along the roads. Arrange the logos to help Nelson bump his way to the hotel. Make sure to pass the traffic lights Bjorn mentioned along the way. Drag the logos from the menu onto the game grid. A logo can be dragged to any free space. Nelson's snowmobile will start off heading south. When it hits a log, it will bank right or left depending on the log's, not logos, orientation. Nelson must hit every stoplight on his way to the hotel. Press submit when you think the logs are arranged correctly. Wait, we've got to hit the stoplights? I mean, that looks like the simple one, right? Like that, we got this, yeah? How much taxpayer money we get there? Nice. When we get paid, you know, reasonable for the work we have to do. Top agent.
I must have gotten lost. I thought your directions were taking me to the hotel.
They did.
Oh, we're in front of the hotel.
I'm standing in front of the hotel, aren't I?
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Welcome.
Jack.
I'm here to investigate an incident at the Scoggins Eraser Factory. Do you know anything about it?
Nope. The hotel's going to close soon. Better check in if you're sticking around.
Seen any suspicious people hanging around the hotel lately?
Yep.
Really? Can you describe them?
Skinny. Asks lots of questions. Wears a stupid hat.
Thanks for the tip.
Yep.
Inspect the fence. There's big bite marks in it.
Discovered a fence. Boards all chewed up, something terrible. Could be the work of strays trying to get to the dumpsters back there. I don't know why I'm reporting this.
So there, can we look at other stuff? No. Oh, it gives me... Okay, yeah, I was just checking. That guy looks creepy. Okay. Oh, I got main... Okay. Looks like we've got a few puzzles here to solve.
Hello.
Well, hello there, mister. Welcome to Valda's Inn. I'm Martha Garrett, but everyone calls me Ma. How can I help you?
I'm Nelson Tethers. I have a reservation.
Oh, yeah, you're here about the eraser factory, eh? We're awfully excited to have a real FBI man in our town. It's just like TV, yeah? Ooh, I'm gonna make some hot dish for you later.
A hot dish?
Oh, you'll love it. I've never met a man who didn't love himself some hot dish.
Okay.
So, what room am I in?
Yeah, okay, I've got your room right here. Oh dear, this is so embarrassing. The night clerk wrote down your room number in code.
Mind if I have a look? I bet I can figure out what room I'm in.
The security-minded night clerk notated Nelson's room number in cryptic form. Help Martha see what's written so you can get your keys. Really? That's okay, you know. We're just, you know, warming up. That specific one? Yeah, fair enough.
There you go, Mrs. Garrett.
Oh, yeah, now I see. Okay, then. Here's your room key, FBI man.
Thanks. Actually, while I have you here, do you mind if I ask you a couple questions? Real quick, I promise.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Okay, getting around.
How do I get to the factory from here?
The FBI doesn't know where the factory is? Oh, dear, our moose is cooked.
Rest assured, ma'am, the FBI just likes to confirm intelligence with civilian knowledge of... We like to double-check things.
Oh, of course. Well, it's easy. I have a tourist map of our little town of Scoggins right here.
Have a map?
You know, our Scoggins Erasers is the plant that supplies the White House with all of its erasers. The president could be fixing a mistake with a Scoggins eraser right now.
Yes, ma'am. That's why I'm here. That and the fact that every time the Bureau made an inquiry into the situation, all we ever got back were bizarre puzzles.
Oh yeah, well, that'll happen.
Do you know anything about the problem at the factory?
Yeah, so tragic about the accident, huh?
Accident?
Oh yeah, the foreman, Isaac Davner, they say he was killed in there.
Is that so?
Well, not to be gossipy, but I heard the accident was caused by raccoons.
Raccoons?
Oh, trash pandas.
Little creatures that live in the woods around the factory. Maybe you should go talk to Sheriff Bogg about it, though. You should be able to catch him out by the factory right now.
Okay, I'll do that. Thank you. The guy in the lobby, is he okay?
Oh, that's Bo Murphy. He's always been a bit of an odd one. Yeah, he sits there all day trying to do his puzzles. He mostly keeps to himself, and I bring him some food from time to time. Sometimes I swear he'd starve to death if I didn't bring him something to eat.
Thanks. Well, goodbye.
Enjoy your stay.
Oh,
Yeah, the gnomes
that
are pretty
reminds
cool.
me. Do you have any gum for sale? Or know where I can buy some?
Dear, we've been out of gum for quite some time.
What?
Haven't seen a stick in months anywhere in town. We tend to get shipments of things like that in the spring.
So, no gum?
Nope.
Gum helps me concentrate.
Pick up the ABC gum. Oh, really? Oh. Nelson Tethers thinks best when he's chewing gum, any kind of gum. Find discarded gum and use it to get a hint during a sticky puzzle. Okay, we don't...
Well, these are interesting.
Yeah, those are Scoggins gnomes. All the tourists love them. But I think one has gone missing. I swear I had 6 of them. I took a picture when I set it up, but I guess I lost it. I still have the film negative, though.
Ah, ceramic gnome has disappeared from the hotel display. But which gnome? Identify the gnome in Martha's photo negative that doesn't appear in the display. Okay, so the negative is backwards, right? Which means everything is backwards, so this one's actually the one on the bottom left, and it's got, so we should have red pants and red, we've got 2 with green pants though. So it's, no, it's just the colors that are backwards then. Yeah, I mean, it shows the text at the bottom, but they must have been in a, they must be in a different position. I'm trying to compare. Yeah, so I think they've been shuffled around. Alright. So, let's have a look for... Okay, we've only got 2 with green hats. So, are we going to assume they have red hats? It's 3 and 3 anyway, so it's going to be 1 and... Wow, this is... Would the red and green be swapped as well? That's the question. Okay, well at any rate, none of them have the same coloured hands. Like they've all got alternating. So we assume that this guy's actually looking to the left with his left hand down. Looking left, left hand down. That's that one, right? And then this one is looking the opposite way with his... That's not that one, because that one's got his right hand up, which would be his left hand in the picture. Brain. Okay. Let's go simple looking directions. We have 2 looking left and 3 looking right. Alright. Now in the puzzle it's 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it's 3 and 3. So let's assume the reverse. Right. So one of the missing ones, 1, 2, is looking left, which means it's one of the ones looking right. So these ones here, the ones looking left, right? We've got one of each hat style, so it would have to be one of the ones that's sharing a hat color. Right. This one is looking the same way he's looking at the arm pointing down. That one's looking at the arm pointing down. We don't have one with the looking at the arm pointing up. Assuming everything's reversed. With a green hat looking left. A negative gnome.
Well, one of your gnomes has most definitely run off.
Oh my, wouldn't that be something?
I mean, the sheer fact that there was 6 in the negative and only 5 on the shelf, that kind of confirms that. I mean, I'm going to click on him, but I want to click around on other things. Stop hinting me.
Excuse me, you look perplexed.
Puzzles. So many puzzles.
Puzzles? I might be able
Man,
to
he
help
looks
you with
strung
that.
out. Bo has swallowed a rubber band again. His x-ray shows only tapeworms. Or does it? Rotate segments of the pesky parasites to reveal the hidden object. So that one... I wonder if we want to have nothing like that where it goes off the screen. Like, or is something like that okay? That doesn't look right. I think just by this piece, we have to have something going off screen, right? Like there is not a single way that can go without being off screen. So there is always the option of just having that. Well, in this case, no. But double-headed worm? That seems improbable. I mean, that looks good. Everything seems to be lining up. Kind of. Yeah, what's the hidden object? That's a good point. Some of them, though, when they kind of rotate and don't quite line up. But these look like they're really lining up well. This one, is that just a... don't know. Like here, it doesn't look like it's lining up like there properly. Is that a rubber band? But we've got a double-headed tapeworm. Is that possible? Oops, clicked off the screen instead of... Got it. Feels good, man.
Solved. Now maybe you can relax a little.
With the whispers, If it's an acrostical enigma, maybe it's a Baltimore trans deletion. The whispers?
Or not.
We're hitting some hidden ones, maybe.
Someone left a screwdriver in the alley beside the hotel. Looks clean. Probably of no consequence.
We pick it up anyway.
Someone left a... Looks winner undeclared in local contest.
The Annable Grills ladies arms wrestling tournament is over and the judge missed it. Read the 4 statements to help him determine the winner. I pinned Pearl like a new hat. Flo's grizzly grip couldn't whip me. Pat won fair and square. Outmatched by the grizzly grip. Okay, so if she's outmatched... Well, unless she's the grizzly grip. Okay, Flo's grizzly grip couldn't whip me. Okay. So this is not Flo, and doesn't use the grizzly grip. Pat won fair and square. I don't think someone's talking about themselves in the third person. So we're going to go with this is not Pat. I'm going to say she was outmatched by the grizzly grip. So you got eliminated by grizzly grip. You pinned Pearl, which could be you, or even you. Why weren't you just watching, dude? I wonder if we can find out who any of these people are if we play. Looking for any clues on clothes. I'm not seeing anything. What do we have? We have Flo, Pat, Pearl, and someone else. She lost. We'd assume she lost. Which leaves these two. No way of knowing which one's which, though. I don't think we can see it from here. What does what do? We can pick one of them to be the winner. Yeah, unless her name is talks in third person, Pat, which I think is fine to rule out. Like this person's saying that she was outmatched by the grizzly grip. Alright. So, and she's saying the grizzly grip couldn't whip me. So one of these two is grizzly grip. Oh, it just goes back to the start. The Annabelle Grill Ladies Arm Wrestling Tournament is over and the judge missed it. Read the 4 statements to help him determine the winner. So unless playing the game introduces us to one of these ladies, I don't think we can delete the... So if we assume, like, she's saying Pat won, we'll assume she's not Pat, so she didn't win. She's saying she got outmatched by the Grizzly Grip, so she didn't win. She pinned someone like a new hat, so she didn't lose first one, and she didn't get beaten first. So one of these two have won. Yeah. But there's no reasoning for that, Naughty Pine. You're just thinking. Got to have actual reasoning behind it. Why? Do we assume it's single elation? You think the top lady is Pearl. But why? Why is her name Pearl? Grizzly Grip performed well, but bottom lady isn't. Well, she's not Grizzly Grip because she's saying it couldn't beat her. Right? Yeah, so the winner is one of these two. Alright, Kizron, tell me why you think what's why. Okay, let me think. She's not Grizzly Grip, and she's not Grizzly Grip. She could be Grizzly Grip. In which case she got overmatched by her, but she couldn't beat her. If she says she beat Pearl, if that can't be Pearl if she got beaten by Grizzly Grip, if she's Grizzly Grip. But if she... Okay. So we have to make an assumption on who's either Pearl or who's Grizzly Grip. If we assume she's Grizzly Grip, she beat her and lost to her. And then she could have beaten her with not the Grizzly Grip, and she pinned her like a new hat and won. And that's Pat, and she's saying Pat won. Yeah, top and bottom, these two can't be Grizzly Grip. But if she's Grizzly Grip, and she beat her, but couldn't beat her, that means she could have won. Well, that's what we think. It could be single eliminations, right? Instead of round robin. there's a bunch of ways you can do it. Like, so we've got 3 names. We have Pat, Pearl, and Flo. Flo has a grizzly grip. I don't think the names help us here, though. Kind of, maybe a little bit. Okay. She's saying Pat won. Okay. Flo's grizzly grip couldn't whip me, which meant grizzly grip didn't win. Okay. If Grizzly Grip didn't win, but beat her. Grizzly Grip couldn't whip me. And if she got outmatched by... If we're assuming a single elimination... If she lost to Grizzly Grip in round 1, and then she beat Grizzly Grip in round 2 is the final. Right, so it means she would have won. Oh, that... Yeah, okay, let's look at that. Grizzly Grip's in the finals. Right, because she loses to Grizzly Grip. Right? And that means Grizzly Grip wins at least 1 match. Okay, Grizzly Grip couldn't whip me, so she wins in the final, right? So whether she's Grizzly Grip or not, she has to be Grizzly Grip. And that's Pearl. And she's saying this girl Pat wins. That's if we assume a single elimination. Do we have any clues about thing? Annabelle Grills Lady arm wrestle tour was over and the judge missed it. Read the 4 statements, help determine the winner. So we're assuming a single elimination. Is there an option for a round robin? Probably not, right? So this one probably... Okay, so if we assume a single elimination, she loses to Grizzly Grip. Grizzly Grip didn't win here. So she loses to Grizzly Grip in round 1. She beats Grizzly Grip in round 2, which is the final. So that's the winner. And we can check the how just to double check our thing, right? Four-person tournament means there were 3 matches. In the first 2 matches, 2 competitors were eliminated. In the final match, 2 winners faced off. And the winner of that is a champion. Flo, the wielder of the Grizzly Grip, won 1 match and lost another. That's only possible if she won her first match and proceeded to the final and lost. The woman who beat her, the Grizzly Grip, is the winner. Yeah, that's what we said.
That was a tricky one.
I've already looked at that, though. I can't believe he's picking up gum from around the neighborhood. I just want to...
Got any more puzzles you need help with?
Puzzles. No new puzzles yet. Brain's always thinking.
Yeah, not only was it
Thinking
used,
about
it was stuck to the
puzzles?
side of a
I'll
dumpster.
just check in on you later.
Although, it might not have been stuck to the side of a dumpster. It might have been stuck to another brand, large garbage bin. Which probably still gets called a dumpster.
Goodbye.
Nice talking to you.
The residents of Skagen seem nice enough. Aside from one wild goose chase, everyone's been cooperative. Plus, it
Apparently
looks
not
like I'm
in
primed for all the hot dish
I don't know how
can
much
eat.
truth it is.
It remains to
And
be
I can't
seen
remember
if
if I
that's
looked
a
it up.
good thing.
But
I got a map
somewhere I
from
heard
the
along the way that
hotel
dumpster's
owner,
a
so I'm heading
brand
over to
that
the
got
eraser
turned
factory.
into a name
Agent
that
Tethers
people
out.
use.
Am I supposed to be saying that?
Yeah, it's like Americans don't vacuum clean their house, they hoover their house. Even if they're not using a hoover, they're using an Electrolux or, I don't know, whatever other brands of vacuum cleaners you guys have in the US. Whereas over here, we don't hoover our house, we vacuum our house. With maybe a hoover, or maybe an Electrolux. Or maybe it's certain parts of the states that do it, that say that. Or maybe it's certain parts that don't say that. Get on snowmobile. Do we see any more bubblegum? You never heard someone say hoover their house? Maybe it's getting phased out. Yeah, US is a big place. Scoggins are races. I think was it like VHS or VCR, one of those two? VHS was the brand, wasn't it? And VCR was the, or is VHS the type? I can't remember. There's something in that. Hey, Alex of Ohio. It's going really well, thanks, man. No trespassing. Hey, Sheriff.
Hi, Sheriff Bog. Yeah, I'm Nelson Tethers of the FBI's Department of Puzzle...
Agent Tethers, good to meet you. We got a real mess here. Yes, we do.
We do?
Oh, yes. It's gonna be a while before we can get this factory running again.
But my job is to get this factory back to making erasers.
Agent Tethers, you're in a right pickle.
Well, I should probably ask you some questions about the incident then.
That's what I'd do if I was a big, important FBI boy.
VCR stands for Video Record... That sounds like VRP. I think VCR was Video Cassette Recorder.
What was this incident?
Well, we don't need to be dramatic.
What happened?
There was an explosion.
What?
Oh, yeah. A big explosion. And the foreman just never came home.
Not every abbreviation is in English. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it at that because it's not worth arguing.
When did the accident take place?
Well, I've been trying to figure that out myself. Here's what I know.
The Rest Easy Guard service was employed to keep watch over the factory from midnight to midnight yesterday. From their statements, can you determine the time of the big noise? Boom. 1 hour before the last shift started. Are these actually their names? Bernie, Pop, Al, and Iggy. Only Bernie put in the full 8 hours. Yeah. Keep watch over the factory midnight to midnight. Midnight to midnight's 8 hours. 1 hour before the last shift started. Alright, so if we made the assumption that the last shift ends at midnight, the last shift would have to start at 4? No, 6. No, 4. 4 o'clock. Right. But that's assuming that it ends at midnight. It probably goes over the gap. He worked from 6 till 1 and was relieved. We get the shortest shifts, 3 hours. Okay. The rest easy guard service was employed to keep watch over the factory from midnight to midnight yesterday. From their statements, can you determine the time of the big noise? Alright, so they were only hired from midnight to midnight yesterday. So we're not looking at a rolling service then. Right, so they were hired for 24 hours. So he worked from 6 until 1, which meant someone else worked from midnight until 6. Okay, Bernie put in 8 hours, which means he couldn't have worked from midnight till 6, because that's not enough. So he had to work after 1. So let's say he started at 1, he worked from 1 till 9, because he put in 8 hours. And he heard it 1 hour before the last shift. So he couldn't have been on the last shift. He only got three hours. So if he works from 1 until 9, right, and he gets the 3-hour shift from 9 until 12, which means Al was in the morning from midnight until 6. Oh, worked from 6 till I was relieved. Okay, good point. Alright, so let's look at it again. So that could be 6 a.m. or 6 p.m., right? Okay. 1 hour before the last shift started, which means he's on the second last shift. That's guaranteed. And he did 8 hours. Okay. If he works 6 p.m. until midnight, right, that's possible. No, it's not, because he was relieved. So he can't be on the last shift. And he can't be on the second last shift because that's Bernie. Right, which means he's either on the first or the second shift. And since he can't be on the third, since he started at 6, he has to be on the second. Okay? Which means the first shift was from midnight till 6. So that's still out. From midnight until 6. Right? You wonder how this puzzle translated in places that don't have AM PM. It probably did fine because there's no mention of AM or PM in here. And there's also no mention of AM or PM in here. And you don't have to pick an AM or PM as the answer. There are 2 6s in 24-hour period. But because we have determined that he was relieved, he wasn't going last. Right? And Bernie has to be going second last because he was there. And he says it went off 1 hour before the last shift started. Okay? So he heard it during his shift. Right? An hour before his shift ends. And if it went off an hour before... And no one did 1 hour. Because he got the shortest shift at 3 hours. So there's only one shift after him. Alright? So... If there's only one shift after him, and it can't be this guy, that means he's going first or second. Well, the first shift starts at midnight. He starts at 6. So he's going second. Which means he has to start at 6 a.m. because 6 p.m. would mean one person did midnight till 6 p.m. That's too long. Okay, according to the full 8 hours. So, he is 6 until he's relieved. When he's relieved by Bernie. Okay, Al finishes out the shift. Alright, because someone's got to go midnight to 6. It's not him because that's 6 hours. He worked 3 hours. Has to be here. He does midnight till 6. He does 6 until whenever. It doesn't matter. He does the last 3 hours. Right? And Bernie goes backwards from 3 hours before midnight until whatever. We don't even need to do the maths on that. Because 1 hour before the last shift is 4 hours before midnight. And 4 hours before midnight is 8 o'clock. Yep, Iggy started at 6, so the first shift is 6 hours. It's hours. It doesn't matter, though. He's going last.
If there was an explosion at that time, wouldn't the icicles on the building have been knocked off?
Good point. Maybe they grew back.
What happened to the foreman? My notes don't have a lot of details.
Well, we're still trying to figure that out. One day after work, Mr. Dabner just never came home. The accident was pretty bad.
Oh, is there a body?
Nope. He's just gone. Isaac Davner's his name, if you don't have that in your notes.
We don't even know if he died in that explosion?
Won't be able to find that out till we find a way into the factory.
What did your investigation turn up?
Not much. I can't figure out how to get past this lock.
Well, that's because it's missing a piece. I can see that just by looking at it.
So it is. I guess that's why you make the big bucks, right?
That's right, sir. Well, I don't seem to be getting a lot of answers.
Listen, why don't you meet me down at the Moose Ear Diner later? I have some files related to the case that you may be able to help me with.
Oh, okay, but I really think...
Agent Tethers, it's a pleasure working with you. You're doing a great job. I'll meet you at the Moose Ear in a bit.
It's got a pretty epic stash. Like, I do good beard and I get appropriate stash with it, but I don't get that big stash that, you know.
Interesting. Out at their eraser factory. The doors to the factory are very locked. Some sort of custom-built contraption has got this place locked up tighter than Fort Knox. The device seems damaged, though. It seems to be missing a piece.
I have stashes of stashes. No, I've already clicked on that. I'm just looking for other stuff. Puzzle agent man. Yeah, I clicked the switch. Didn't do anything. I have another. Just double check. Yeah. Okay, he wants to go to the Moosehead Diner, so I'm fine with that. Let's just follow the story for now. They should have built that closer to town, right? Look at that stash. Moose Ear Diner.
Excuse me, I see you're working on your sign. Is it safe for me to go into the diner? Excuse me.
Gotta fix the sign.
Something wrong with your sign? I said, is there something wrong with...
You a cop? I ain't got time for cops.
I'm not a cop.
Look, I gotta get this sign fixed before it gets dark. I don't want to be out here after dark, if you know what I mean.
I don't, actually. What do you mean by that?
It's just a fuse, but I can't remember which one it is. Not with all the whispers in my head.
What? Whispers?
Get the fuse for me. I'm getting cold out here.
The repairman has forgotten which fuse he needs to use, even though he coded them so he wouldn't forget. Select the fuse that completes the sequence. Oh man, do we have to use fuse colors? Okay, so it's one of these ones. Hat, heart, explosion, X, no open mouth kissing, apple core. What the crap is that? M? Yeah, we got to put one of these here, right? Hat, heart, is that 2 number 4s? That's 2 number 2s. That's mirrored number 1s. We're looking for mirrored number 3s, which is there. What are, it has to be, yeah? I like that. That was cool.
That should do it.
Hey, what do you know? This ought to keep the little buggers away.
Little... what?
Well, I gotta finish getting this sign mounted. See you later. Well, we'll see.
I want to ask you questions, though, even though you've told me you'll see me later.
I don't suppose you know anything about the eraser factory accident?
Don't suppose I
Chili.
do.
Chili.
Did you know Isaac Davner?
Not much. Heard he had some kind of accident. Feel bad for his wife, Glory. Such a pretty girl.
I should really talk to her. Do you know where I can find her?
Yes, I do.
So, where can I find her?
Chili wants to whinge at the door, but he wants to run away when I go see him. But Coco wanted to come cuddle.
Goodbye.
You say hello to everyone, Coco. Wait, was there anything on the outside? I should have clicked around the outside. Hang on, go back outside. They're all staring at me. They're all staring at me, Coco. Somehow all the evidence has been erased. Did they say that? Okay, let's grab the gum first. And quickly
I
go
really
back.
should talk to the sheriff before going anywhere else.
Fine.
There's some tobacco on the counter. Smells like cherry. I guess the waitress hasn't been in much of a cleaning mood lately.
Oh, rude, wasn't it? No, rude. I'll get you a little bed on my desk. We can have cocoa can. We looked at that. Who else can we speak to? We speak
Hello,
to
gentlemen. A bit early for a lunch break, isn't it?
Until the eraser factory opens again, Daryl and I have nowhere else to go.
Yeah, me and Daryl got nowhere else to go.
Oh, that's great. Then you don't mind if I ask you a few questions?
Yeah. As soon as I get these bugs back in place.
What? Why do you have bugs in a diner?
You gonna help or not?
Daryl's famous insect collection has gone AWOL. Box them back up again by stringing lines between adjoining points, keeping these rules in mind. What rules? Okay, enclose all the bugs using the fewest number of lines to draw a box possible. A box can be any size, but it must be 4 sides. 4-sided. Are you just going to cry there? Okay, you want to come say hello because I'm holding Coco. Oh, you're so heavy compared to Coco. Okay, bugs of the same kind can share a box. Each green grass grazer needs 3 squares of territory, including the square it's on. Each pink puddle paddler needs 2. Okay. Bugs of the same kind can share a box. But does that mean that if I had a green one here, like that, they would go 1, 2, 3, and this one would have 1, 2, 3? They need 3 each, you reckon? So like these boys here. Like we could box them in like that, right? But we want to use as few pitches as possible. So we want to share as few boxes. Hang on. Box them back up by stringing lines and joint points, keeping these rules in mind. Close the bugs using fewest number of lines. So we want shared boundaries. That's okay. We're working this out. So let's assume. Okay, so based on something like that, if it's 3 each, right? Because each box has to have 4 sides. Like that's the least amount of lines, right? Which then means that one goes like that. But that doesn't work because these guys need 2 each, right? So that one would have to go like that. And this one that they couldn't get 2 each. Okay, you want to go down to Chili? Whoop. Alright, so let's reset that. I think it goes like that. Alright, they've got their 6. Give me that line. They get those 4. They get those 3. That one there gets those 4. And that one there gets 4, right? So we have 2 times 3 is 6, which they have. 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 2 is 4, and 2 times 3 is 6. Yeah? Needed to be 4-sided. Top agent.
Oh, look at that! He did it!
Yes. Now, will you answer my questions?
Sure. Fire 'em at me.
You two are employed at the factory. Would you say it's a safe place to work?
As safe as any other place, I guess.
Yeah, except the new wing is haunted.
No, it isn't. You better quit listening to those hippies.
Why do you think the new wing is haunted?
When the factory expanded, we built a new wing. A bunch of locals got angry we had to clear out part of the forest to do it.
Because spirits live in the forest.
You mentioned something about spirits in the forest. Really?
Depends on who you ask.
You won't see me out in the woods after sundown.
Well, me neither. But there ain't no spirits.
Do you guys know what happened to the foreman?
Yeah, the lobster bit him.
Shut up,
Lobster
Daryl.
bit him.
What do you mean a lobster bit him?
He means Mike Lobb. Mike and Isaac didn't get along all the time. Had a little bit of a fight.
That's 'cause Isaac thought he was smarter than all of us floor guys.
Hell, he probably is.
No, he ain't. Just 'cause he's a college boy don't make him smart.
What do you know about the guy fixing the sign outside?
Randall Scruffman. Weird guy. He thinks the trees talk to him.
Yeah, but he sure picked the right line of work. He's gonna be employed forever. Stuff always needs fixing.
I think he looks extra hard for stuff to fix around here.
Yeah, so he can be close to Glory. She's the waitress here. Sweeter than moose milk in the morning.
Thanks, gentlemen.
Anytime.
Hi there. I'm Agent Tethers with the FBI. Sir, you seem stressed. Do you know something about the factory you'd like to let me in on?
I don't know anything.
Sir, it's against the law to withhold information or lie to a federal agent.
Yeah, tell the truth.
Yeah, I'm into some stuff.
So, what's your name?
Steve.
Sir, I'm here about the
Steve!
factory. If you've got nothing to do with it, then however you spend your time doesn't concern me. There's nothing you can tell me about the factory?
I don't commingle with the factory folk.
You haven't heard about anything suspicious going on, have you?
Nothing more than usual.
Oh, we haven't found Kevin yet.
What stuff are you into?
I airlift wooden gnomes out of Scoggins. With birds.
To where? Why? How?
Black market trinket rings. Big money.
Couldn't you just use the mail?
Loner Steve trains birds to transport freight. Tonight's shipment just departed, but Steve forgot to note the quantity. Can you determine the number of gnomes? Each type of bird has a certain weight limit. Each bird shown is carrying the maximum amount it can. Birds may team up on heavy loads, each carrying what he can. Freight must be balanced evenly between a bird's two legs. Yeah, did Steve Bird steal the hotel gnome? Are we putting number of gnomes here? Alright, because this box looks like it's 1.5 gnomes. It's. Do we have a weight value on the? Each bird is shown carrying the max amount it can. Birds may team up on heavy loads. Freight must be balanced evenly between two birds. Like, this bird's a champion. The solution is the total gnomes. Okay, so there's gnomes in these bags, and we've got to get the total number of gnomes. So our unit is in gnomes, and we do have 5 to start with. Okay, so the weight must be evenly distributed from each bird. Alright? So whatever this bird is carrying in this one is equal to the split. I wonder if it's equal number of gnomes. Okay. Do the birds carry the same amount, though? That's the one thing we don't know. Each type of bird has a weight limit. Okay, so the little birds can carry 2 gnomes. Right, that makes things fairly easy now. And the ducks things. So if this bird can carry 2 gnomes, it means this one can carry 2. And it must be split evenly, so this is a 1, because it's 1 and 1 for 2. Which means the ducks carry 4. Right? Because it's 2 in this leg, and then therefore 2 in this leg. So we can just add up the list, right? We can just go 4 times 2 and 2 times 3. Yeah, is that correct? If they're sharing though, does that change? No, because they carry their own half, so that would have to be a 4-banger anyway. So he would get 2 and he would get 2. So that's 4, 8, 10, 12, 14, right?
Another puzzle solved. How are you doing, Steve?
We don't want to do the birds puzzle again.
See you, Steve.
Alright. So they were a secret puzzle. Is there any chewing gum I can have?
Excuse me, ma'am. Miss? Waitress lady?
Welcome to the Moose Ear Diner. I'll be right with you.
Can I help you with that?
Gloria is distracted by the puzzle of food she's preparing to serve. Fit all the food items on the plate in such a way that none of them overlap to get her attention. Wow, really? Okay. So that's going to go, like, on the outside somewhere, yeah. Maybe. Bacon. Interesting. Oh, it seems to be a you can just plop and place type of puzzle. That's a shame. Once you get in a close enough location, it locks them in. In another game, you had a similar puzzle once where you had to optimally cover the bald head with leftover hair. Nice. I'm guessing the minimum puzzles that you need to do aren't the hardest. Alright, so that's clearly a story one to speak to the waitress, maybe.
There you go. Delicious.
Thanks.
Or maybe the other guys, you can ignore them.
What's good here?
I don't know. It's all fine.
Oh, okay. What's your name?
Glory Davner.
Oh. Haha.
Ah,
So,
that's Isaac's wife
I'm
or
Nelson.
daughter?
Are you feeling okay?
Yes. No. I'm just thinking about my
Sister?
husband.
Husband.
What's
Oh, so
wrong
she's
with
the
your
wife.
husband, ma'am? Is he okay?
He will be.
Well, I'm with the FBI's Department of Puzzles Research. I need to ask you a few questions.
He hasn't clued in on the surname.
An accident at the eraser factory caused it to shut down. Do you know anything about that?
Of course I do.
What have you heard?
Well, nothing really. I mean, just that it was an accident like everyone says.
The factory foreman, Isaac Davner. He was your husband?
Yes,
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Ah, there
There's
he's
not
clued
much in
now.
my
Fine.
files about him.
that's okay. He's a great man. I'm so proud of him.
For...
Just so proud.
Oh,
Pepper.
okay. The repairman outside seems a bit odd. Anything I should know about him?
Well, I think he's got a bit of a crush on me, but he's harmless.
Could he have hurt your husband to get to you?
Oh no. He wouldn't hurt a fly.
Mummy outside, is
He
she?
even avoids stepping on rocks so he won't accidentally hurt any critters living below. I wish people wouldn't tease him for that, Daryl.
Has the factory closure affected business?
Yeah, people tend to hang around here longer now that they aren't going to work. Normally, that'd be a good thing, but I've been pretty distracted.
I see that. Maybe I can help.
When these three couples walked into the diner, Glory thought she knew what each would order. She was wrong, and now she's forgotten who gets what. Here's what she does recall. Nobody ordered a meal resembling their spouse. One lady ordered a meal resembling the fish-eating man sitting next to her. Only one patron resembles his or her own meal. The ham plate should be set down next to the banana split. Holy dooly. This is Okay. Fish, ham, onion rings, chicken, banana split, which leaves this guy with the burger. So he doesn't... Banana split guy's better, yeah. Okay. Nobody ordered a meal resembling their spouse. Oh, buffalo burger. He looks like a buffalo. Okay, yep. It's buffalo burger. Okay, no one ordered meal resembling their spouse. This is it. We're going to paper. Like, this is definitely a paper job. Old school. I tried to do it up on paint. We get paint going in the... Okay, so we have 6... I'm going to number them clockwise starting at the bottom left. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 at the head, and then 5, 6 back down at the bottom. Alright, so... First off, no one orders a meal that looks like their spouse. Okay, so he doesn't... I mean, it doesn't eliminate much, but it just means he is no fish. So we'll get, 1 is no burger. What do we know about 2 is no fish. 3 doesn't order chicken. No chook. 4 doesn't order a split. No beef split. 5 doesn't order the ham. And 6 doesn't order the onion rings. I'm not going to paint. Okay. Rule number 2. One lady ordered a meal resembling the fish-eating man sitting next to her. Okay. That's not her, because he is not eating the fish, right? Because no one ordered a meal that looked like their spouse, right? So he's no fish, so he's not the fish-eating man. And it said one lady ordered a meal resembling the fish-eating man. Now, she can't order a meal resembling him if he was eating fish, because no spouse ordered a meal resembling... no one ordered a meal resembling their spouse. Right? So, it's this lady is sitting next to a fish-eating man. Right? So either he's eating fish or he's eating fish. Now, it said they ordered the meal that resembled the person. She can't order one that looks like him, because no one, from the first rule, no one ordered a meal that resembled her spouse. So she orders the meal, he's eating the fish, and she orders a meal that looks like him. So he's the fish-eating man, right? And she orders the onion rings. Yeah. Only one patron resembles his or her own meal. Okay. And the ham plate should be set down next to banana split. Alright, so if we go back to here, the ham plate can't go here because it won't be next to the banana split. So the ham has to go in here somewhere. Okay. If the ham goes here, that means she didn't order the meal that looked like herself. Right? She didn't order the meal that looked like herself because the fish is already taken. Right, so one of the ones that orders a meal that looks like themselves is either this guy or this guy, right? Now, if we put the buffalo burger here, the ham can't go next to the banana split. Right? And it said the ham has to go next to the banana split, right? Ham goes down next to the banana split. Right? So the buffalo burger can't go there, so it can't be him. He has to take the meal resembling himself, which means the ham goes here. Right? She doesn't order the buffalo burger because of rule 1, don't order the one with himself. So she's ordered the buffalo burger, he's ordered the chicken. We're done. Top agent.
That wasn't so tough.
Yeah, I guess not.
Could I have a bit more of your time, ma'am?
Sure.
Could I have a bit more of your time, ma'am? Sure. Goodbye. Okay. Is there anywhere else we can click? I guess not. Let's...
Hello, Sheriff.
Agent Telltale,
Sheriff.
good. You're here.
Yeah, listen, I wanted to ask you...
No time. I got a hunch about the factory. I got security camera records here of people leaving the factory.
Good. It'd be helpful to talk with whoever left last.
Exactly what I was thinking. I mixed up the photos so we can put them back in the right order.
What? Why would you do that?
He just told you, so we could put them
No,
back
it
in the
is.
right order.
No, I don't. That's evidence.
He was pretty straightforward with that. I mixed them up so that we could put them back together. Like, it doesn't, get much more straightforward than that, right? Rearrange Sheriff Barg's photos to show order in which the factory workers left. If puzzles disappear from lists after you solve them, is that puzzle that you thought you were redoing really a new one? I don't know if they disappear. We'll have to see. We could go have a look at it again. We know the answer. Okay. Do we just take the assumption that this guy leaves last because the car's gone? Right, that's got to be the way, right? That and the number of footprints. This guy leaves first because there's no footprints in front of him. Right, this guy leaves last because there's no car. Right, and this guy's going to the car. Like, that's pretty simple. I assume. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. I think the main story ones are going to be pretty simple. Like, anything we don't have to do is where it could get harder.
This should clear things up.
Yeah. That seems about right. Looks like the last one out was Mike Lobb.
You think he might have had something to do with the accident?
Hey man,
Probably.
welcome back.
Why don't you head out to the ice fishing huts on Lake Svens? When he's not working, he's usually there trying to dead stick a lunker.
Got it. No, wait. Do what to a what?
Catch some fish. He's got himself a bright orange vest. Can't miss him. Anyway, to get there, you can take the snowmobile out to Sesame Woods. But you'll have to hoof it from there.
Okay, Glory.
What do you know about Glory Davner?
Foreman's wife. Poor girl, she's a sweet kid. Her family has lived in this town for generations.
Maybe she has something to do with the accident.
That's ridiculous.
It could be an insurance...
Now you just leave poor Glory alone. She's having a hard enough time without you getting all accusatory.
Okay.
What was the name of the factory worker I'm looking for?
The last guy to leave the factory was Mike Lobb. Drive out to Sesame Woods, then walk the trail out to the ice fishing huts.
Is there anything I should know about the Sesame Woods?
Well, they've got the odd wolverine in them.
What?
But they're probably hibernating or migrating
it's no big
or
deal.
the like.
I better get back to it.
You betcha.
Alright, let's have a look if we speak to her and she doesn't have a
Could
puzzle
I have
for
a
us.
bit more of your time, ma'am?
Sure.
Alright, so she doesn't have another puzzle, so this guy's extra
How are you
one
doing, Steve?
could be a new puzzle.
Out of curiosity, anything else you want to tell me about these birds?
They're smart. I once saw a black-bellied whistling duck open a car door and steal a cream cheese Danish.
Wow.
What? Lona Steve has an order of ceramic gnomes ready to ship, and here comes his avian mail carriers. Draw lines to attach freight to birds' legs, keeping in mind these rules. A mallard can carry 2 gnomes per leg. An owl, 1.5. A bluebird, 1. Birds may team up on heavy loads, each carrying what he can. Freight must be balanced evenly between a bird's 2 legs. Lines can't cross or the shipment will become tangled. I forgot the numbers already. What do we say? 2 per leg, 1 per leg, 1.5 was it on the owl? Yeah, 1.5. Okay, it's per leg. 2. Okay, and the shipments can't cross. So that one has to go there, right? Which means that one has to go there. And then that one has to go there. And that one has to go there. That's a gimme. Right, now we have some issues. We have 3 left. And these guys are 1 per leg. So they could probably take a bag each, right? And do something like that. How do I undo that one? Undo. And they get 1.5, so you go there. And if you've got 2 and there's 3, well that just goes there, right? Okay, 2 and 2 leaves 3, and these are 1 each. 1, 2, 3, that's done. That one's to there. 2 go there, 2 go there. This guy gets 1.5 each, which is 3, which is done, right? I should speak to the people back at the hotel again, in case they had extra ones. Although I think we did speak to the creepy guy there, but we did need to speak to the hotel owner again, because we didn't double check her for extra puzzles. Yeah, I'm glad you asked about it, Baha.
Well, that wasn't so hard. Thanks, gentlemen.
Anytime.
How are you doing, Steve? See ya, Steve.
I should have gone into avian
Could
logistics.
I have a bit more of your...
Sure.
Yeah, I should have.
Excuse me, Sheriff Bob.
What is it,
Okay.
I better get...
You bet.
Is there any more gum? Puzzle agent man. Is that a gnome? Did Steve give us a gnome? Doing alright there, Nelson?
The snow must be playing tricks on my eyes. For a second, I thought I saw... It doesn't matter. I'm on my way to question Mike Lobb at the ice fishing huts. But to get there, I have to go through Sesame Woods. That doesn't sound dangerous at all.
Is there nowhere else to click? Well.
There seems to be some tiny footprints in the snow around the diner. But I don't see any kids around here.
It's the gnomes.
Possibilities include stealthy children, tiny animals wearing boots. Oh, cats wearing shoes? Nice, Nelson. Now that's going in FBI records. And I'm still recording. Tethers out.